Hi guys, in this episode of Shri series, we're going to be talking about ratios and how we can use ratios in a particular question. All right. So let's look at this question here under the topic dividing a quantity in a particular ratio. All right. So here's the first question. Divide 63 meters in a ratio of 4:5. All right. So before I go into this question, let's look at the relationship between ratios and fractions. All right. Suppose I've got a fraction 3/4. All right, that can be expressed as a ratio 3:4. All right, if I look at another fraction 1/2, that can be expressed as 1:2 in this question. All right, so the first thing we need to do here is we need to find out what is the total amount that we can put in our denominator. So we need to divide 63 meters in the ratio 4:5. All right, so the first thing we need to do here is add the numbers. So that's going to be 4 plus 5, and that's going to be 9. So we want to find out the ratio of 4. What does that correspond to, and what does 5 correspond to? So technically, we've gone 4 plus 5, that's going to be 9. And what we'll do is we want to get 4's share. So that's going to be 4 divided by 9 times 63. All right, and that's going to give us 28. So that's the share of 4. All right, so I'll put a single tick. Now let's look at the share of 5, and that's going to be a double tick. So that's going to be 5 divided by 9 times 63, and that's going to be 35. All right, so what that means is you've got the 63 meters that's divided in the ratio 4:5. The fourth point of the ratio is going to give you 28 meters, and the fifth is going to give you 35 meters. And when you add 25 and 35, you're going to get your total number of 63. So in that way, you can know if the additions work out, if the total amount is equal to what you're dividing with. All right, so the first thing you need to do is add the ratios, which is 4 plus 5, which is going to be 9. And then you're going to go 4/9 times 63, and then 5/9 times 63, and you add them together. All right, so that's how you divide a quantity in a particular ratio. Let's look at another question here. Suppose you divide 500 in the ratio 2:5:3. All right, so what we need to do is add these ratios together. So 2 plus 5 plus 3, and that's going to be 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do single tick for 2, double tick for 5, and a triple for 3. So we're going to look at 2's share. So that's going to be 2 divided by 10 times 500. All right, and that's going to be $100. The next thing is I'll put a single tick. The next thing we're going to do is find the double tick, which is 5. We want to get 5's ratio, so that's going to be 5 divided by 10 times 500, and that's going to be $250. All right, and then the last one, which is the triple ticks, okay, and that will be 3 divided by 10 times 500, and that's now going to give me $150. All right, now when you add these numbers together, all right, so let's say I add 100 plus 250 plus 150, you're going to get $500 in this question. All right, so you can see the ratios add up together. So in a nutshell, or to summarize, when you're solving questions like this where you divide a number in a particular ratio, you want to find out the share of each bit, add them together. That's the first step, and then you find out each fraction. So 2/10 times 500, 5/10 times 500, 3/10 times 500, and then when you add them together, that should be equal to the total amount. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye now.